Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. Okay, so this can be a really interactive class as well. So if you guys want to have your Facebook up as well, then you can kind of walk through it on your guys' personal page. Does everybody have a business page that they go to or not?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
They're saying yes. Okay.
You're pulling it on.
Okay. Well, for some reason I can't hear you guys, and that's okay. Even though some of you aren't muted. So we're just going to go through, and I'm going to go slow. Message me in the chat box if you guys need me to slow down or repeat something. But again, this is going to get recorded, so you'll be able to watch this over and over and over again. So here I'm in Jessica's Facebook page. So if you have a Facebook page, you can just log into your personal account now. And what we're going to do is we're going to cover, first we're just covering how to set up Facebook audiences. And so we're going to do a couple of different ways. We're going to do the custom to basically upload your database. That is probably the best thing that you guys can be doing right now. And then we're going to just show how to set up other Facebook audiences. So you don't have to have a contact list. It's just how to choose. A lot of times I tell people don't stay on Facebook. And I say that because boosting is very generic, but you can go ahead and boost after you create audiences. So that's your key. So you can boost all day long after you create specific audiences. Otherwise, you are never going to remember what worked for what people because it doesn't really work that way. So we're going to go over here, and this is Jessica's business page. That needs an extreme makeover, she says. So what we're going to do, and so everybody's pages sometimes turn out a little bit differently depending on your criteria and whether you've set up your ads manager already. So that's what we're going to find out right now about Jessica's page, about how we're going to set it up. However, I'm looking at this. This is probably what you guys are seeing on your own personal business page. If you haven't done much in setting up ads, maybe you've boosted, but if you haven't customized a lot,
that's awesome,
most
man.
likely what your page look like.
Yeah, we got a whole team. Got 12 agents. We cover everywhere from
promotions,
Casco to St. Pete.
Ad account.
Got offices in Miami and Atlanta too. So
and her ad account does
please
not
keep
work that way. That's okay.
Somebody's talking loudly over you.
Let's go.
Can you do anything like set up a credit card or anything?
I think that you have your credit card in already, but we'll find out.
But I'm not doing anything.
Okay. So we have come over to, this is called your ads manager. So I just clicked on ads manager at the bottom of the page. And so again, yours might look slightly different, and that's okay, because the more you use this, the more these things kind of, this menu will be the same. However, you'll have recently used. So anything you're actually doing on a daily basis, it's going to be easier for you to use after you go through this a couple of times. So kind of, if you're lost at any point, you go here. And you're going to see all of these big drop downs. And so today, what we want to focus on is our assets. So audiences is an asset. Leave this page. And this is where we can do it. So Jessica already has two groups set up here. Jessica already has two groups set up. So this one, it might be, you know, maybe our local people. But what we want to do is she has sent me over, we're just going to call it her database for this. So she sent me over a database, and here's what I had to do. And you're going to see that in a second. I had to kind of clean it up a little bit, which any of you guys can do. It's a simple process.
Can you hear me?
On create audience, we can do custom audience, a lookalike audience, which later, after you do have a lot of activity and lots of ads going, you can then create lookalike audiences from things that have worked for you in the past. Right now, we don't need to do that. So we're just going to go with custom audience. And then it brings me to this screen. So we have customer files. So if any of you guys have a database, this is where you're going to go to. Your database, it needs to be in a spreadsheet, to be able to put it in here. You can also do it from website traffic if you're using Facebook Pixel. And if you guys are Keller Williams and you're using Placer, there is a spot in our websites to push that, which is great. App activity probably doesn't, go for any of you guys, but it might. And these are just, different engagements that you can do. So we're going to start with our customer file. We click here. And so if you guys are using MailChimp, you can upload right from there, or you can just, here's what we're going to do. We're going to add your own file. So we click here. And so we do get new disclosures. So these constantly change all the time. So this one is that we're keeping in mind that this is our information, is basically what it's saying. So we always want to make sure that is true. So I just accepted that Jessica had the information, that's where it came from. If you see up here, the email, phone number, mobile advertiser ID, name, all of these things are the identifiers that you can use. So if you have a really great database, especially involving things like birth year, date of birth, the city that they live in, and that's kind of iffy sometimes because some people say they live in Tampa on Facebook, and they don't. They live in Palm Harbor. However, the more of these criteria that you have in your list, the more likely it is Facebook's going to find them. So the email is also interesting because like here at Keller Williams, if we were to take probably Jess's normal database, she wanted to make sure all of our agents here in the office are getting her information, she's probably not going to find almost any of them through, like, say, our roster, because they all have KW addresses, email addresses, and a lot of that is done through the address.
Like a personal address.
Whatever they started Facebook with, that's where you're going to find them. Sometimes it does pick up, people can add more than one email address for their profile, so it can pick up other ones, but this is just basic criteria for what you're going to do. And then it makes you select the origin of this upload. That, this one came, I'm going to say it came direct from customers. So those are clients to us, usually what we would say. So I'm going to pick that one for her. Oh, I'm just going to check this real quick. Let's see. So we are getting a lot of feedback. And let's find the participants and get them. Nope, wrong. Jess, how do I get this so the people like this?
Okay.
Mute all. Okay.
There you go.
Lots of background noise. How does it sound now, guys? Still a lot of background noise, or are we good? Okay, great. So did you guys, so did you guys miss what I was saying? Was it that loud? Or are you guys good to move forward? Okay. Nope, I'm good. Got most of it. Good, great. Okay, so we're gonna move forward then. And let's just get rid of that. So I have this file. We're gonna show, let's see where it went to. So here's the criteria when you're doing your file, guys. You have to make sure that first and last name are in two different cells. So, hold on 1 second, let me open this.
I think you clicked on that wrong thing.
Not on TISA?
Yep, click on TISA again. There you go.
Oh. So I have separated the first name and the last name of everybody. You need to have the email address. I have a city and a city zip code. So that is all the information that I have on this particular list. However, if you have any more information, the more the better. Just like I was saying, any of these fields, these are what you want to have. So we're going to choose that file. And can't see it down here, but there is a audience name. So I'm just going to name this one my name so that we can know which one goes into our account for this time. However, I like to, if you're doing your database with a specific date, I always like to put the date on there, even though when you open your audiences, you can see, but it's usually far off over here onto the corner. So I just like at a glance to be able to know when I'm picking who I'm picking. You can have really long audience names. I think it's just easier for you to use. So pick what you want. And then next. So here it is mapping all of my identifiers. So this was first name category, last name category. It picked up email. We need to put in city. And this is zip. And then it is telling me that there are 5 columns mapped, and that is how many I have on my spreadsheet. So we should be good to go. And then all you do is press upload and create. Okay, so it is telling me the audience has been uploaded. This is accurate that there were 1,438 rows. Now it's going to take a few minutes. So now it goes through and it's searching through Facebook, trying to locate all of these people.
This is awesome.
And yeah, so it is trying to update, find everybody. And so you kind of just have to let it do its work. It can take anywhere from 2 minutes to 3 hours, I think. I don't know the real amount of time, but it takes a long time, some for very large files, and then less for smaller files. And then all you do is press done. So once we are done, you're going to look over here. And so it says updating audience right here in the middle. There's this new thing that Facebook has started that says size not available. So when we're doing these custom audiences, I thought it was some type of glitch. However, it's really not. So Facebook has kind of stopped putting for your custom audiences the size of them. So you used to be able to see that, oh, out of the 1,400 we just uploaded, Facebook found 1,200. It's no longer telling you that information. And I did look that up, and it's just, they say, oh, as the algorithms are, getting up, some fluctuate from time to time. So they stopped providing the information altogether, which I don't like. I like to know how many of my people they found. However, you just kind of roll with it. So this will be available for us to use here in a few minutes. Hopefully it'll be done by the time we're going over the next thing. So any questions real quick before we move on from the database upload? Do we have any questions, or are we good to go? Good to go? Okay, good to go. So the next way to create audiences, which can get very time intensive, and you might geek out on this a little bit once you get the hang of it, because you're like, oh my gosh, I can really drill down who I want to market to. So we'll just use, so we'll go here, and we want a custom audience. And so we can go, hold on, no.
You can move that little black box too.
Oh, you can move the black box.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so we can do a couple of different things. So if you're having ads already, this is really great, where you're gonna, if you have ads, you're running things, you're using the pixel, you're finding out who's going to your website and who's not. That's really, really great. So we go through here. So this is like create a list of people who spent time watching your videos on Facebook. So of course you want to remarket to all of the people that you've already marketed to and they actually watched you. That's somebody that you want to nab, right? So you can literally click on here and it's going to create an audience from videos that you've already posted. Lead forms, if anybody's doing lead forms, it does the same thing from there. So you can just remarket to them over and over again so that you're not having to, basically find new leads each time. You can just keep going after the same people. Same thing, opening any of your canvases, people who interact with your Facebook page, people who interact with your Instagram, or people who've interacted with your events. So that's actually really great, especially for people hosting open houses and making the event on Facebook, you can go right to there, and it's going to allow you to remarket all of those. Say it didn't sell in the first weekend, well, you just have a whole list of people who either liked, commented, viewed, any of those different things. That means they were probably interested, so you can go back to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I find that valuable for me because I do so many events for trainings and things.
that's true here at Keller Williams. My goodness, there's so many that happen. It's the same thing with going through on a lead form. Let's see, somebody had a question. Good. So, okay, thanks for the feedback, guys. Okay, and then again, these are offline. And the app, I did want to touch on the app. So a list of people who launched your app or game. So I'll just say on my team's business Facebook page, instead of the button that says something like call me, contact me, message me, ours has download app so that anybody can download our Keller Williams app right from our Facebook page, which I find really handy, and I was really excited when people actually started doing it because I wasn't sure if it was, you know, anything worthwhile until people actually started it. And then you're like, oh, great, that was a good idea. So that's just a quick tip instead of, because people know they can message you. So why waste the space on your page to say, message me? Put your app on there. And it really, I've seen people already downloading our app, and I think it's a really great way to start engaging with people in different ways that you're not familiar with. And then just going to take a look real quick at these audiences so we can go through an example. Oh, you
I'm just kidding. Maybe I was getting creative and trying.
You might have been. You and I've been like, oh, this is awesome.
And then I got
Yeah. So I'm just going to take a look at this audience and show you what we can do. So this audience, I'm thinking PH stands for Palm Harbor.
probably.
Yes. Oh, right here. It says Palm Harbor. So that's great. And it's to 28 to 44-year-olds. So there was marketing to, you know, somebody in that category. But here, I just wanted to show you some fun things when we open it up. So if we have Palm Harbor, it says potential reach is 140,000 people. That's a lot of people. So, and what that matters sometimes, sometimes you just want to throw a blanket, right? You just want to hit everybody that you can think of. However, it might run out of money. So your ad might run out of money faster that way. So what you can do is down here in these, so detailed targeting. So there are some things that are going away if they haven't already. They might have, but this, you can add demographics, interests, or behaviors. And I saw a webinar, no, in person, I saw Chris Smith the other day at Gen, and he made some really, really valid points. One of them was, you know, let's see if it's on. Yeah. So you made this great point about this specific one. I thought it was the best version of this, non-chocolate candy. So it's going to target somebody through Facebook for anybody that likes non-chocolate candy. And his point being that, did you ever tell Facebook you didn't like non-chocolate candy? So how are they going to find it? So basically some of these are going away because they don't matter. If it's not something you would have told Facebook yourself, might not be pertaining to the same topic, but if you didn't tell them that what types of candy you like by filling out some form, then they're not going to know. So try to avoid these topics like this. One of the topics that I really like to go after, so we sell a lot of waterfront. So my big marketing audience is boaters. So we have properties that, oh, you have to have this size boat to get to. I'm going to put in the size boat, but let's see what comes up. If we can drill this down. So if people like Boating Magazine, which they probably like the page, that's how Facebook knows, oh, I definitely want to target people who like that magazine. There's also, oh, Canada, Discover Boating Canada. I like that because we get a lot of Canadians down here. So that might be something that I go after too. Maybe in this boating world, this is a house specifically for boaters with dogs. Not likely, but you know, this is just showing you how many different things that you can go through. I want to target realtors. So that's something Jess might want to do. Probably not you guys as much. However, it's great for recruiting. But I do want to show you that all of these things can be, you just kind of, this is why I say you can geek out, guys. Because you can just start typing and figuring out, oh, there is a page for people who like wiener dogs, and I just want to target them. Literally, you can go after it. And that could be an ad that you're running about buying a new home. You came up with something quirky and you just want those people to see it. So it's really, you can just keep going and messing around. Oh, here's Wisconsin Realtor Association. Maybe Jess wants all those people to move to Florida. Who knows?
They're crazy. I love my Wisconsin. That'd be insane.
Yeah. So you kind of just start typing, what would you think that your people would be interested in? So first-time home buyer is going away. So who's actually saying they're a first-time home buyer? People might be looking to buy or sell, but they're not giving that information up. So there's just so many things you can go in professions, and the professions is a big one. And I say that because there's this really great button down here, right here, exclude people. Here's what I want everybody, if you take nothing else away from this class, take away that exclude realtors if you're trying to get buyer or seller leads. You should not be wasting your money showing everybody else what you're doing, because unfortunately they're already going to see it, and I'll show you that in a minute. But you shouldn't be wasting any of your money if you have a hot new listing that you're not trying to show it to realtors. You only want buyers and sellers to see this listing, and you have realtors in there. You know, we have like 25,000 realtors in Pinellas County, something like that. Yeah. So all of those people could be seeing it, and not the people who actually want to buy or sell a house. So down here, when I am doing those types of things, I always put job title realtor, excluded. I do not want anybody who's a realtor to see my listings. If I do, that's when, you know, obviously we have the MLS. We have our Keller Williams groups that we can post it across, all these different things. So I don't usually run a lot of ads directed at realtors unless I'm trying to recruit for our team. So exclude people who match at least one of the following. I always like doing that. Let's see. So sorry. Okay, 1 second, Carmelo, and I will definitely go back. 1 second, let's save this in here, and I'll show you where we're going to, okay? Yes. So connection type, you can also add in people who like your page, friends of people who like your page, any of these things. These are great things to keep going with. So this is why you can just keep on going and figuring out all of these different interests, because there's just so many. There's also narrow audience. So you can do must match at least one of the following. So any of these that you're putting up here, if you guys notice, it says at least one. So they don't have to like Voting Magazine and Discover Voting Canada. They just like one, and that's who my ad would be showing to. However, if I want everyone who comes through here to have a home address in Canada, then that's a criteria that I would put. So sometimes, and I have done this, where you take your demographic and you market just to Toronto. You know, a lot of people are moving down here, they want vacation rentals, just Canadian people. That's a great way to target up there if you don't have a pool of people that you already know in that area. So it's always just a great way to reach out and do some different things. So I am not going to update this because I do not want it updated. Let's go back. Carmela's question. So create audience. Oh, not a customer file. Hold on a second, guys. No. You know, I could have been wrong here. Been wrong once or twice in my life. Let's see. No. Oh, you know what? Sorry, it was back here. Let's see how to get back to
are you
Jessica's
share-
Facebook
Yeah,
page.
she said, what are you sharing?
He wanted to know how I got to the audience in the first place. So that's why I was just going back. Okay, if we were here, let's go over to your settings. Down at the bottom. Oh, chiming in more. Hope I'm answering the right question here. Hold on. Oh. We're good. Okay. So we're at Ads Manager. We're in Ad. Click on Audience. Are you with me, Carmelo? No, not there. So we're just going to go with this. Oh, right. Sorry. Wrong keyboard. So people who live here, people are traveling here. Ooh, we could make one for out-of-towners during snowbird season that are down here looking for condos. This would be a great place to look for it. So let's just say Palm. Type on that keyboard. Palm Harbor, Florida. There you go. So people who are traveling in Palm Harbor, Florida, or within 10 miles, and you can then go and include different locations, age. Here's where you can definitely mess with the age, change anything that you're thinking. All genders, languages. If you're writing one of your ads in Spanish, great place to put that they should be Spanish speaking or no Spanish. Include, here's where we go again with including what demographics that we want to go after. Excluding people, again, if you don't want to waste your money on other realtors, excluding people is definitely the way to go. And then we have to pick. I always go usually with friends of people who like my page so that it goes out to more than just the 10 people who like my page at the time. So then you just go, oh, I don't think I typed your name in, did I? This is right there. Oh, why is it not letting me pick that name? Check your spelling. Oh, that's why. One second, let me troubleshoot this here for a second.
Is it because it's uploading my list?
No, that shouldn't. You can upload multiples at a time. Why won't it let me type a name there? Let me exclude this audience. Let's see if it'll let me save now. Oh, well, lets me save now. Okay, I don't know why it was doing that, but let's just go test. Oh, that's because I named it test. The other one, so test 2. Oh, we found an error. I don't know if you guys saw that message. It was there and now it disappeared. Where did the message go? Well, something was errored. I guess we'll find out when we go to run an ad with that one. And it can be sometimes it keeps them from being too broad. So this one, whatever ad, this one that I just created, did seem like it was right in the middle, not too specific, not too broad. So that is a good thing. So any questions? Carmelo, did I answer your question? Were you able to find that?
I have it now. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So that is how to create a Facebook audience. So I know it doesn't take, maybe this is Carmelo here. Yes, thank you. He found how to create the audience now. So I hope everyone else did as well. And if you need help, obviously Jess is recording this, and you can message me and I will obviously help anybody that needs help. So any questions regarding starting an audience?
So they can export out of eEdge
Yes.
into a CSV file and then import it in here.
Yes.
That would be probably a good action item.
Yes, that should definitely, and make sure, just because most of the CRMs, and it is a pain a little bit, make sure to go and separate the columns and just delete the columns that you don't need, such as street number, street name. Facebook doesn't care about that. It's looking for city and zip code and state they live in. So do that. Birthdays are huge. So you guys should already be collecting birthdays for part of your database. So I would definitely make sure to include that in here, because those are one of the best indicators, because sometimes your email is off, but if somebody has their correct birth date in here, you're very much more likely to find them.
What about tax records and going into MLS and pulling that from there?
So Facebook is starting to frown on using tax records to find people.
Okay.
So it used to be something you could do. They're starting to frown on it. They
They'd rather
haven't.
have a neighborhood directory or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Think any other questions, Jess?
No, I think the action item I would say is to go into eEdge, export into a CSV file, and import into Facebook.
Yes, definitely, guys. And one thing I did want to show you, because people are like, well, we have our database, now what are we supposed to do with it, right? You're like, it's in Facebook. That, yeah, what would be a good way to get help generate seller leads from Facebook? So here's a really, really new thing that Facebook just came out with. So if you go back to your Facebook page, and we are going to Jessica's page. So we're in the culture of sharing, not stealing, right? So there's this really great button down here that they've just added to Facebook. And this, you can see this, Google somebody else's Facebook page, go to somebody else's Facebook page, their business page, not personal page. And now at the bottom, it says ads and info. So you can see anybody's ads that they're running right now. And
Wow.
The great thing about that, you can't see, here's what you can't see. You can't see what audience, you can't see what demographics they're going after. However, you can see all the verbiage. You can see what photos they're using. So if you know somebody is killing it on Facebook, go find their page. Some people I do know have already started, they've created a second page that is less known, that will link out to their website, so not everybody can copy what they're doing. However, a lot of people don't even know that this little thing down here. So is anybody on this call running an ad right now? Does anybody want to?
Ryan Yarbrough is, I don't think he's on the call, but I know he's running ads.
So
Should we go check him out?
yeah, let's go check somebody out.
Check
Somebody
out
who
Ryan.
doesn't mind. Oh, Yarborough Properties, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Yarborough Property. Oh, Carmelo. Yeah. What's your page name, Carmelo? We'll do you since you're on here. Check it out on my page. It's only. Yep. No, a boost is fine after you create your audiences. So. Do you have a business page though, Carmelo? Or is this your business page? This could be a business page. I don't know. Oh, here. I found his page. Okay. So here, see, it's on everybody's. We're just gonna get a hold of one. So rearrange, guys. So ads and info. Here's what Carmelo is running right now. So thinking about purchasing a home, let's discuss your options. And then he has all of his information right here. So here, let's see a different version of this. Oh. No, you're great, Carmelo. Some people are too afraid to even try. So that's definitely something, don't be afraid to try. So let's look at Ryan's that just went to earlier. Oh, he has no active ads. Here, you want to see a good, I'm sure, has lots of ads going right here. He's going to love that I called him out. He's great at social media. So let's look at what he's got. Oh yeah, look at all these ads. We got plenty. And so here, claim your free copy of Just Listed Homes. So he's trying to generate leads off it. Oh, this here's talking about VA programs, special financing. So lots of different ways.
And he's got the emojis. Remember how Chris Smith said the emojis make the ad?
Oh yeah. So emojis are huge. They're huge. And so especially when you're running an ad, but also yeah, emojis are huge, especially when you're just on Facebook. So people say that emojis great Facebook, hashtags great for Instagram. So here's my lazy version of doing that. I love to include both on both. Then I'm just copying and pasting around. It doesn't detract, and it doesn't add anything extra for the different sites. But if I can just use copy and paste the same thing from my from Facebook and put it into Instagram, no extra work except for a click of a button, I just do it. So nobody's told me, I haven't seen anything ever to say that you shouldn't do it. So there is a limit on tags that they say then detracts. However, what I do, I haven't seen anybody say it's bad yet. So I keep doing it because it seems to be working for us. But here's some, Live Tampify, they always have great social media presence. So I love looking at them. Let's look at, so if you're ever looking for recruiting, so you want your downline to happen, right? Well, look right over here. Just go to our Keller Williams page. On Keller Williams, let's hope. Oh, here, yep, so we got some promoting some different things here. Those would be great things. Oh, the emoji didn't show up there. These are all open to the public. Gary's Mastermind is such a great thing to recruit for. So if you see something working for somebody else, use it. So this ad, I've run I don't know how many times for Gary's Mastermind, and it always gets thousands and thousands of clicks.
How do you know if your ad's working?
If your ad's working, that's a great question. Are you running any current ads? Well, you can go here. So I don't know what this is going to show. And so up here on Insights. So the first thing, if you guys aren't already doing it, a great thing to do is download the Page app from Facebook onto your phone. It is different than the Facebook app.
So if I was to go download it, what is it called? Facebook Manager?
No, it's called Facebook Page.
Okay.
I'll just make sure it's not Pages. So download, it's called Facebook Page. And so any pages that you're managing will be right there. And it's really super helpful because you know exactly where to go. There's no clicking around to find the information.
I'll take her out.
So here on Insights is the quick way. So this is the quickest way to find out what you're doing on Facebook. So it tells us reach, page like, page previews, who's looking at what, who's watching videos. So, how much you're up. Here's where your ads are located. So here was a boost that was happening. It's completed from, I don't know how long ago. It doesn't say on this little page, but I'll show you the expanded version here in a second. But, here was what her budget was. Here's the other ads that are going right here. These are the most recent posts. And, oh, nope, none of these are ads. Sorry, I thought that was highlighted. None of those are ads, but it shows still, because organic is great. Organic is better than paid all day long. So, like this one that says, who will I see Thursday, open house on steroids? So just by looking at this, so this did, based on the number of page likes that she has, this did the best out of anything she's had. So a smart thing for her to do next time open house on steroids is happening is to run that same exact thing. If it's not on a Thursday, change it to Wednesday, but just post the same thing and see if it does the same again. Because anything that's you've done well before, just keep repeating it. If it works, there's no reason to change it. You can go through and make a duplicate ad, run one slightly different. Like a lot of times I run my ads for new, let's say just coming soon listing, call me for more information. Then I'll have a message me for more information, and then I'll have call or message me for more information. I don't let everyone see those. Those don't go on my page. I hide them away, except for now. You'll be able to see them on my ads and info page, but you won't see them in the news feed. So I like to give anybody so that when we're talking, like if you go to a millennial, call me about this, but they're not doing it. So why not just put message me in there and talk to them the way that they want to be talked to? And then this brings us down on this page, pages to watch. So these might be people who are doing, these do not ring true to Jessica. So you've got North Pinellas Children's Hospital is one of your suggested watch pages.
No.
Yeah, and healthcare.
Maybe not puppies. There's some puppies.
I think that they think you're in the healthcare for some reason. But on a lot of pages, like below here, you're going to see the top teams page. Let's say, I don't want to call anybody up. One of the big agents, whoever's our top producing agent in the office, go ahead and watch their page. Then you'll have direct access what's working for them. Like it'll show you. So instead of reinventing the wheel every time you have to write an ad, or even make a simple post, you're not writing an ad, just making a post. Watch what other people are doing. They've learned somehow, they probably copied from somebody else. It's all about sharing. You're not harming anybody. So that's why I say just watch the important to you, whoever you think like, man, I'd love to be like so-and-so one day. Watch their page, see what they're doing.
I gotta make sure I didn't set up my page wrong. I was like, I'm a healthcare provider.
There's a lot of healthcare, although we do have one realtor on here. Maybe he did too. No, I'm joking. I don't know why that's set up like that. But let's see, we got another question. Oh, compliments, great. Okay, so those, you can go here. This is where we see all of our results. You can also manage promotions, which, yeah, recent. You can create
I haven't
new.
done much on my page, so
Yeah. If we go to
Clearwater may have more to look at. Because you're doing it, it's not me. Let's be honest.
So through here, oh yeah, it's just giving us some warning signs. These are some of the metrics I was talking about earlier. Some things are being removed. So just warnings. These, you come here, and this is, again, your ads manager. This is where we created our audiences. See, these are all the same things that we've been seeing. We're just on a different page. But here is where everything that you've ever created in an ad for that specific page comes here. I say that it's for all of the ads associated with your ad account. So multiple people can have multiple ad accounts for the same page. I do not recommend that. You should have one ad account per page, and then you add any of your admin, things like that onto it, so that all of your data, all this good stuff that you're getting when people click, watch a video, all of that stays in one spot. Especially if you guys have, say, a marketing director, an executive assistant, do not put everything in their name. Just a heads up, it's a real pain to switch everything over and grasp everything if it's in their personal name. So always make sure they start business page and have business here. So let's see. Nope. See this, if Jessica had another account for just her business, say she had somebody going in and doing her account for her, it wouldn't say your personal ad account. It would probably, you can name it whatever you want. The next one, it would be Jessica's page campaign. I don't know, whatever it is, but she would have another one. And so that protects it, all of the information. Nobody can take it from you. As in, if marketing director went away, now where's all the information? How do I do something? Where's our client list? Boom. You'll already have it set up that way.
So you almost want your admin as an admin account, not anything tied to their personal.
Yes.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Good
That's
advice.
what I recommend. Okay, we have another question. Or you something about using the app. Oh, yes. Before I did talk about using the app on your page. So I'm just going to go to the front of her page. Did you see this? It says send email. So some people have call,
How do you change it?
edit button.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's
Yeah.
like my aha moment so far
Yeah.
today.
So, click on it. Edit button. So here's the one that I like. Okay, so it's book with you. So if you do have an online calendar, actually, Jess, that might be a great one for you.
Mhm.
Doing that contact you, learn more about your business, which can then take you to a website, different things like that. But this is the one that I like. Download your app or play your game. I'm going to say use app.
And this is where you put the KW individual app.
Yes, then I would paste it here.
How do you paste it?
You just copy, when you go into my KW and it's in your profile, like there's a link
Okay.
that lets you download
So
it.
if you don't know what your link is, call Xavier.
There you go. He can give it to you.
He'll help you.
Yes.
Because I don't even know where mine would be.
Yeah.
And because I'm not a licensed agent,
Oh, yeah.
so we couldn't show it.
But for you agents out there, this is great, especially, I can't say enough great things about that Keller Mortgage. So if you guys are on board with that, it's right in your app. So it's a great place to put it. Just an idea for you guys. Okay, well, that was what I wanted to cover with you guys today. Did you guys have any questions before we jump off of here?
Did they like the Zoom? I'm curious.
Did you guys like Zoom? How was this? So this was maybe our first.
Our first attempt, and Thursday I'm going to be doing one on the KW platform.
First attempt. She's going to do another one on the KW platform.
On Thursday.
I'm so, no, everybody has a starting point. So if you took one thing away from this today, that's all that you needed. We all get better over time. And, this is recorded. Jess is going to post on YouTube. Where are you doing?
KW Connect.
On KW Connect.
Under my profile, it'll be right there. But
Under-
here's what, let's give them one action item. Let's get them to upload their database.
Yeah. Who can commit to uploading your database by next week? Anybody? Who wants to try? And if you run into problems, you can reach out to me. How about that? Yep, Nicole, great. Glad that you're going to try this. Oh, Rick just did it. That's awesome. Kim Claude is uploading her database.
Woo-hoo, yeah.
I don't know who Wild is, but I like the name, so great.
I think we should
Kevin?
make this part of our transition now, that when we upload your database, we just upload it right into your business page. What do you guys think about that?
Carmelo's already done it. Look at this. We got some action takers right here.
Okay, well, we love it. Thank you guys for being part of this, and we love your feedback. So the more we get, the more we can be right on with what you guys want. And if you guys wanted a weekly Zoom on different topics, we're happy to do it. So thank you so much. Have a great day. You can just end meeting.
Oh.